Let's face it, there's nothing quite like a perfectly cooked steak. It's the ultimate symbol of culinary prowess, a dish that can impress dates and silence even the harshest food critics. We're looking at you, Grandma. But mastering the art of steak cookery goes beyond mere impressing. It's about unlocking a world of flavor and achieving culinary nirvana. Think about it. A perfectly cooked steak is a symphony of textures and tastes. You've got the crispy, caramelized crust, the juicy, tender center, and that unmistakable savory depth that only comes from perfectly seared meat. Learning to cook a steak isn't just about mastering a dish, it's about gaining confidence in the kitchen. It's about understanding how heat affects ingredients, how timing impacts texture, and how a little finesse can elevate a simple meal to an unforgettable experience. So, whether you're a kitchen newbie or a seasoned home cook, join us as we embark on a journey to demystify the art of cooking the perfect steak. Get ready to unleash your inner grill master and impress yourself, and everyone else, with your newfound steak expertise. Walking into a butcher shop can feel like navigating a foreign language, especially when confronted with a maze of cuts, grades, and marbling. Fear not, fellow steak enthusiasts. We're here to break down the basics and guide you toward steak success. First up, let's talk cuts. For beginners, we recommend starting with forgiving cuts like ribeye, New York strip, or filet mignon. These cuts are known for their tenderness and rich flavor, making them more forgiving of minor cooking mishaps. Ribeye, known for its rich marbling and buttery flavor, the ribeye is a crowd pleaser that's hard to mess up. Look for a ribeye with good marbling throughout. New York strip. This cut offers a nice balance of tenderness and flavor. It has a firm texture and a robust beefy taste that's perfect for those who like a meatier experience. Filet mignon. Considered the most tender cut, the filet mignon is leaner than the ribeye but melts in your mouth. It's a luxurious choice for special occasions. Once you've chosen your cut, it's time to consider the grade. Look for USDA Prime or Choice grades for the best flavor and tenderness. Now that you're armed with the knowledge to choose your perfect cut, let's move on to the next step in our steak journey. Seasoning. Seasoning is where the magic truly begins in steak cookery. It's about enhancing the natural flavors of the meat and creating a symphony of taste that will have your taste buds singing. The key to perfectly seasoned steak lies in simplicity. Forget about complicated rubs or marinades. All you really need is salt and pepper. But don't be fooled by the simplicity. There's an art to it. First, ensure your steak is patted dry with paper towels. Moisture is the enemy of a good crust. Next, season liberally with kosher salt at least 30 minutes before cooking. This allows the salt to penetrate the meat, enhancing its flavor and tenderness. Right before cooking, add freshly ground black pepper to your liking. Remember, seasoning is all about personal preference, so feel free to experiment. Some steak aficionados swear by adding garlic powder or onion powder to their rub, while others prefer the clean taste of just salt and pepper. The key is to find what you enjoy most. Now that your steak is perfectly seasoned, let's move on to the main event, cooking. The moment has arrived. With your seasoned steak prepped and ready, it's time to face the heat and master the art of searing and grilling. First, let's talk searing. Searing is crucial for developing that beautiful crust and locking in flavor. Heat a cast iron skillet or heavy-bottomed pan over high heat until it's screaming hot. You'll know it's ready when a drop of water sizzles and evaporates instantly. Carefully place your steak in the hot pan, making sure not to overcrowd it. Now resist the urge to poke or prod. Let it sear undisturbed for 2 to 3 minutes per side, allowing a gorgeous crust to form. Once seared, you can finish cooking your steak in the pan, in the oven, or on a preheated grill. If using a grill, reduce the heat to medium-high and cook to your desired doneness, flipping occasionally. Now that you've mastered the heat, let's dive into the art of doneness. Section 5. Doneness Decoded. Achieving Steak Perfection. Cooking a steak to the perfect doneness is an art form in itself. It's about understanding how heat affects the protein and knowing when to pull it off the heat to achieve your desired level of tenderness and juiciness. While visual cues can be helpful, using a meat thermometer is the most accurate way to ensure your steak is cooked to perfection. Here's a quick guide to steak doneness temperatures. Rare, 125 to 130 degrees Fahrenheit, 52 to 54 degrees Celsius. Cool red center, Medium rare, 130 to 135 degrees Fahrenheit, 54 to 57 degrees Celsius. Warm red center. Medium, 135 to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 57 to 60 degrees Celsius. Pink center. Medium well, 140 to 145 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 to 63 degrees Celsius. Slightly pink center. Well done, 145 degrees Fahrenheit and above, 63 degrees Celsius and above. No pink. Remember, the steak will continue to cook slightly even after you remove it from the heat, so it's always best to pull it off a few degrees below your desired doneness. Speaking of letting it rest, that's our next crucial step. Section 6. The art of rest, letting your steak shine. You've seared, you've grilled, you've achieved the perfect doneness. Now comes the hardest part, patience. Resting your steak after cooking is absolutely crucial for achieving maximum juiciness and tenderness. During cooking, the muscle fibers in the steak tighten up, pushing moisture towards the center. Resting allows these fibers to relax, redistributing the juices throughout the steak. Think of it as giving your steak a much-needed spa break after its intense heat treatment. To rest your steak, simply transfer it to a cutting board or plate and tent it loosely with aluminum foil. Let it rest for at least 5 to 10 minutes, allowing the juices to redistribute and the internal temperature to even out. Trust us, the wait will be worth it. Now that your steak is well rested and ready for its grand finale, let's talk about plating and presentation. Section 7. Plating perfection, serving your masterpiece. Congratulations, you've officially cooked the perfect steak. Now it's time to showcase your culinary masterpiece with a plating presentation worthy of its star power. First, choose a serving platter or plate that complements your steak's rustic charm. A wooden cutting board or a simple white plate can enhance its natural beauty. Next, consider adding a touch of greenery for visual appeal. A sprig of rosemary, a few thyme leaves, or a scattering of chopped parsley can add a pop of color and freshness. For an extra touch of elegance, drizzle a spoonful of pan sauce or melted herb butter over the steak just before serving. Remember, presentation is all about showcasing your hard work and creating an inviting dining experience. Don't be afraid to get creative and add your personal touch. Now let's explore some delicious accompaniments that will elevate your steak dinner to the next level. Section 8. Beyond the plate, steak pairings and accompaniments. A perfectly cooked steak deserves equally delicious companions to round out the meal. From classic sides to unexpected pairings, the possibilities are endless. For a classic steakhouse experience, pair your steak with creamy mashed potatoes, sautéed mushrooms, or crispy onion rings. These sides offer a comforting and familiar contrast to the richness of the steak. If you're feeling adventurous, try pairing your steak with roasted vegetables like asparagus, Brussels sprouts, or sweet potatoes. The natural sweetness of these vegetables complements the savory flavors of the steak beautifully. And of course, no steak dinner is complete without a glass of bold red wine like Cabernet Sauvignon or Merlot. The tannins in these wines cut through the richness of the steak, creating a harmonious pairing that will tantalize your taste buds. Now that you've mastered the art of cooking and pairing the perfect steak, it's time to share your culinary triumph with the world. Section 9. Sharing the steak experience, capture and connect. In today's digital age, a culinary masterpiece isn't truly complete until it's been shared on social media. But beyond the likes and comments, sharing your food photos is about connecting with others who share your passion for good food and celebrating the joy of cooking. Before you dig in, take a moment to capture your steak's beauty. Find good lighting, arrange your sides artfully, and snap a photo that will make your followers drool. Don't forget to use relevant hashtags like #steaknight, #foodie, or #homecooking to connect with fellow food enthusiasts. Sharing your culinary adventures online is a great way to connect with like-minded individuals, exchange tips and recipes, and inspire others to get cooking. Who knows? You might even inspire someone to try cooking steak for the first time. But mastering the art of cooking the perfect steak is just the beginning of your culinary journey. Section 10. Mastering more than steak culinary adventures. Oh wait, congratulations, you've officially joined the ranks of steak masters. But your culinary journey doesn't end here. The skills and techniques you've learned while mastering the art of cooking steak can be applied to countless other dishes. From searing chicken breasts to grilling fish fillets, understanding how to control heat and doneness opens up a world of culinary possibilities. Embrace the confidence you've gained and continue experimenting in the kitchen. Try new recipes, explore different cuisines, and don't be afraid to put your own spin on classic dishes. The more you cook, the more comfortable and confident you'll become in the kitchen. Remember, the joy of cooking lies in the journey, not just the destination. Now go forth and conquer the culinary world, one delicious dish at a time. Section 11. Stake your claim to culinary glory. So there you have it, aspiring grill masters. You're now armed with the knowledge, techniques, and confidence to conquer the art of cooking the perfect steak. Remember, it's all about choosing the right cut, seasoning it generously, mastering the heat, and respecting the rest. Don't be afraid to experiment, make mistakes, and most importantly, have fun in the kitchen. Now go forth and unleash your inner grill master. Share your steak triumphs, and maybe a few mishaps along the way, with us online using #SteakChamp. We can't wait to see what you create.